What's going on, guys? It's your boy Nico. I'm back here on the channel to replace the pad sensors on the MPC 2000. Let's keep it brief and get right into it. All we're gonna need is a screwdriver, scissors, isopropyl alcohol, ideally 99%. I have 91% here. It's all they had at the store, but it's gonna work out. I just wouldn't use it on some of the internal electronics, but just for the board where we're gonna be washing it, it should be all right. And we also are gonna need the new pad sensors from MPC stuff. So let's get into it. Now that we got the screws out, it should pull out pretty clean. We gotta get these screws out here. You can't get these screws out until you get the front section off. As you can see, guys, I already put the fat pads on here from MPC stuff, and they're working pretty well. They feel really good. The only issue is some double tapping that's happening, and that's because there's still some junk in there from all the years that this thing has been sitting here. And I didn't really clean it out too much when I first replaced them because I just wanted to get cooking. I picked this thing up earlier this year. I've had a 1000 for a long time. Starting to learn the workflow on the 2000. I just like how it sounds, man. Make sure you don't drop that. Alright, so here we are. Lift this off. Now, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to salvage these. I really should have done this project before I put these new pads on, but these are the little adhesive stickers. I'm going to have to take these off. I think I'm going to be able to reuse these though. I am going to put them, I'm going to put them actually on the bottoms of my pads. Which is fine with this pad replacement kit. You do not need the pad replacement kit in order to change the sensor. So let me just get this done real quick. Okay, now that I got my pads situated, I'm gonna put that to the side, and it is time to get the old pad sensor off. But first, we have to dislodge this joint right here. There's a little slider there that has to go forward. You gotta just pull this joint forward on both sides till it clicks. You feel it click? That way we can get the ribbon out. Now, you gotta be really gentle with these ribbons. I'm gonna be just replacing this, so I'm not too worried. So at this point, I'm taking this whole sheet off. There's definitely gonna be some dried glue. It looks like it's actually not too bad, but I'm gonna wanna lift it slowly. I'm probably gonna be throwing this away, but I just wanna have it in case. God forbid if I mess this up, I'll still have it. Coming off pretty good. You can get a little flathead and try to shimmy it forward if you can't get it off as easily. Luckily for me, this is coming off pretty smooth. Want to make sure it doesn't break up at all. Cool. So as you can see, guys, there's a lot of residue here. A lot of tape residue. So I am gonna get a couple Q-tips and maybe a rag, and that's where this alcohol is gonna come into play. I don't have 99%, so like I said, I wouldn't feel comfortable cleaning this area with the 91%. The board, but with this area, it's gonna be all right. It just takes a couple more seconds to dry. And this glue residue is probably what's been causing the double taps, especially on this area. I can see it's built up over time. To a little cup for the alcohol. That's probably way too much. So first I'm just gonna dip a paper towel and start going over it to get bulk of it off. See what comes off this time, and then we'll take it from there. Like I said, there's definitely more water in the 91%, but it actually might be helpful in this instance. It's definitely coming right off, guys. Looking good. I'm not trying to get it anywhere near the board. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, always make sure your MPC is unplugged when you're doing this, guys. Please do not be remiss. Still a few spots. Just gonna take the Q-tip and rub it in those spots to get it clean. But this is gonna make such a big difference. I'm tired of having to track my drums over and over and over again, getting the performance and the swing perfect, and then it's like it triple taps, double taps on my kick drums, and not in a good way either, and then it just kills me. So with this new pad sensor, my workflow is going to be so much faster. Alright, now that this metal surface is completely dry and clean, it's time to take out the new sensors and take a look. Be very careful not to really touch the front part of it. It's going to be covered on the back. So this is the replacement from MPCstuff.com. Spare parts. As you can see, this is the original, very similar. So there's this black section of where the pins connect that has to be cut. From what I understand, this is a very important step, that you do not cut it too short because you won't be able to get it in. So on the XL, for instance, you need it a little longer. On the 2000, which is what I'm installing here, it's a little shorter. Y'all see that? So I'm gonna have to make the cut right there. I'm gonna have to make it extremely straight. I don't have a straight edge paper cutter or anything, but should be able to make it work with the scissors. And you want it to be at least as long as the actual plastic section, if not longer. They say don't bend it too much, but you can always cut more, but you can't cut less. Probably gonna make the cut about there to start, just to be safe. I think that's not bad. Not laser straight, but good enough. So, without touching it up there, I'm gonna try to just slide it under, just like that. Might be a little long, but I'd rather safe than sorry at this point. I'm gonna cut it down just a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't want to bend it. So that's better. Right in there. Yep. So let's close this, securing it in there. While it's in there, we're gonna take off this adhesive, revealing the adhesive. Now, I'm gonna try to get it glued on the bottom first and then work my way up to the top. Lining it up with the hole for the screw here. Looks decent. Trying to land this plane. Alright. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm gonna take my paper towel here, a dry section, and just make sure this is totally patted down. These are closed, so we should be locked in. Let's take the pads back, the fat pads. Some people were clowning me on YouTube and TikTok for having the super fat pads on the 2000. It's goofy, but I like it. It works for me. That's nice. All right, time to put the case back on this bad boy and see if we can make a beat. Alright guys, now that the MPC is back together, it's that moment of truth time. Let's turn it on and see what the pads are sounding like. Alright, it's turning on, that's a good sign. They want the 2000 disc. Y'all know on the 2000 you gotta load the OS on a floppy disk. Hear it working. .7. I think that's the second to latest. I think the last version was like 1.73. There we go, we're in. So I'm gonna hit Shift 6 and go to program mode. This is the moment of truth. I'm gonna put it on full level just for good luck. And visually, yes, I can see that we are triggering pads. Easily. Every pad I trigger is triggering once, softly. Alright, I just grabbed the SP, pulled some drum sounds off there. That's the Mark II, and kind of recorded them into the 2000. So let's see how it's sounding. No double taps, feels good. Super responsive, man. Let's try it without full level on. Thank you guys for tuning in. Best of luck making beats, have fun, and make sure you follow and check out Family Tapes on all streaming platforms. Peace.